Okay. Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Miss Savannah. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just playing. But seriously, I haven't done a story time since I think a whole year and some change ago, and I figured I'd go ahead and do one today since I'm stuck in the house and there's nothing else to do. And I've been wanting to tell this story for a very long time, and I've actually have been ignoring the fact that I wanted to do this story because it doesn't put me in the best light. And I didn't want any of y'all thinking that, oh my god, this girl, she crazy, she ridiculous, why was she even hanging out with him in the first place? Like, I didn't want that to be what you think. But then I was like, should I really even be caring about what those people think of me anyways? Like, it's a story time, right? And that's what this channel is for you to get to know me, for you to hear my stories. So I'm gonna just go ahead and get started. We are in Shinjuku? No, not Shinjuku. Shibuya, Tokyo, Japan. Circa, let's say 2015. So I was just like 18 years old, just graduated high school. Like, it was my first time there. I was in Shibuya, and mind you, I've been talking to this guy for like a really long time, and we had like plans to meet up, right? So I was already, I'm not gonna drop names, but I was talking to this guy, and I'm not, he was pretty cute, you know what I'm saying? He had like the shoulders and the face and the, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had the whole package, you know what I'm saying? He was making some guap. I was in college, so your girl was crushing a little bit, but that's besides the point, because it was, we were just supposed to hang out. And, for a lot of people that know me, y'all know that I've met the majority of my Japanese friends online first, and then my first, second, and third time over there, we would just hang out and get together. So that's kind of like how I created my friendships, and then I would make more friendships while being over there because they would introduce me to their friends. So at this time, we've only talked online. I know that could be a red flag, but I've had really good experiences with it, so I didn't think anything of it, right? So anyways, I get off the plane. I'm spending a couple of days there, and I'm, in Shinjuku, Shibuya, I forgot where I was but they're close together, okay? By myself, and yeah. And so anyways, I'm texting him, and I said, hey, so like, when do you want to hang out? Like, we should hang out, and I'm here, and I'm not gonna be coming back no time soon, because by then it took me another 2 years to get back to Japan. So I was right. I was like, look, if you're trying to hang out with me, you better hang out with me this time, boo-boo. Let's get it together, right? So anyways, he says, yeah, like, let's hang out. It's nothing a big deal. We can do this. Like, it's gonna be awesome. Anyways, we made the plans. So the day of the day that we were supposed to get together, I was like all the way in Kanagawa, in Odawada, doing some English translation stuff, right, for some high school people, and they paid me like $40, and I was like happier than a pig in some shit, because I funded the whole trip by myself, and I was already running low on money. I was running really low on money, okay? So I was like, look, I'm gonna have to do something to get some money, 'cause I'm about to eat. I need to eat, okay? And I'm not trying to ask anybody for anything, right? So anyways, I'm on the train coming from Odawada, and he's texting me like, oh my god, where you at? And if y'all know anything about the Japanese train system, Odawada is like pretty far from Shibuya, wherever the hell we were supposed to meet. So I was like, look, I'm on my way. I'm sorry. We're gonna figure it out. Like, I'm sorry, just wait for me, right? So by the time I get there, he's kind of, it might be a little irritated with your girl, but it was cool, right? He got over himself, cause and we ended up going to like this restaurant, and we had food, and we were talking, and it was just a good time. Just like how, you know, like when you go out to dinner with your friends, right? So while we were there, I tried ginger highball. It's like ginger highball drink, and I thought it was like really, really good. So this is when it starts getting juicy. I'm sitting there eating oysters and stuff, and we're talking about like police brutality and all this good stuff, and like, you know, I ordered a ginger highball. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so good. He's like, oh my gosh, this is so good, right? Because now he's knowing, yeah, I'm going to get her drunk. I'm going to get her to get her in her birthday suit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what he was probably thinking. But at the time, I was just having a good time, girl. So I'm drinking my highball. I'm like, oh my God, this is so good. And I know I was 18. Just don't judge me. But I'm drinking my highball. And we're talking about police brutality and everything else. And how I learned Japanese. And we started talking about his friends and his job. And then next thing you know, your girl's ordering another highball. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is so good. Why is this so good? And he's just like, ooh. But this is him in his mind. Ooh, I'm probably gonna get her in her birthday suit. But here, you know, see, this is the problem. This is the problem, y'all. I can have a good time, but that don't mean, like, you can't expect people to like give you some of the good on your first date. Like, you just, and to me it wasn't even a date. Like, we were just hanging out. So I had no expectations of that at all. And maybe I misread the clues, but whatever, right? Next thing you know, I had another one, and then we kept having fun, and then we're talking, and I had to go to the bathroom, because you know how it is sometimes when you be drinking. And then I go to the restroom. I'm in the restroom. I'm getting up from the toilet, and all of a sudden, the whole world was just like, whoa, whoa. And I'm sitting there like, trying to hold the, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to hold, you know the Krusty Krab meme? That was me. Like, I'm in the bathroom holding on for my life, okay? Like, the whole world was like, whew. And I'm like, oh shit. So I get out the bathroom and I start stumbling, right? I'm not stumbling, but I was like, you know, I was a little buzzed. So anyways, I get back to the table and I'm just like, oh my gosh. You know, I'm trying to play it off because I don't want to be weird or anything. Anyways, he left. He didn't leave, but like, we talked a little bit more, and then pretty much he pays, I paid some money, then he paid some money. He paid the majority of it, and then we left, right? So we're like taking a walk. And as y'all know, in Japan, at night, on a Friday and a Saturday and all that, in Shinjuku, Shibuya and all that, there'll be these love hotels and stuff like that. And there's always these girls walking around, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, guys trying to holler at them. And there's clubs open and everything else. So we're walking, and he asks me to go to a love hotel. Now, I said no. So he was like, oh my gosh, please, please, please let me go to it. Like, he kept on asking me. Now you have to remember, like, I'm talking to him in only Japanese. So your girl is like, oh my gosh, 行きたくないんだけど、なんか行けなくてもいいじゃん。もうなんか初めて君となんかそんな時にこんなこと聞くのっていうような、like, I was asking him, like, complaining to him. This is like the first time we met, but you gonna be asking me this type of stuff. Like, I don't even want to go. Let go of me. Like, 触らないよ. Like, 触らないでよ. Like, look, I didn't want to go. And so anyway, he starts grabbing me. He's like, I want you to come with me. He's just grabbing my, like, he's grabbing my arms and stuff, and I wasn't having it, right? So I started hitting him. Like, first of all, we in the middle of the street. Okay, we are in the middle of the street, and this boy is trying to, like, I'm like, look, get hands off me, go somewhere else with that. I'm hitting him. I'm telling him, like, don't talk to me. Like, like I said, you have to remember, this is only Japanese, and you just see this little black girl over here yelling in Japanese with this other man in Japanese. And so, anyways, over yonder, there was a, what is it? A bouncer to like a club. He was standing outside of like a club, and it was like this black African guy. And he's just watching the whole thing. He just sitting there in his black suit, just like watching me, like trying to get this man off me, because he was over here grabbing all of me. We were over here fighting in the street, and because I didn't want to go. And like I said, I didn't have those expectations. I thought we were just hanging out, but look, we were just hanging out. He was just over here trying to take advantage of me. Okay, so anyways, the bouncer from this other club is like watching us in the street, and he was like, what happened? He was just watching us, right? He's watching us, not saying anything, and he starts like talking on his like phone or something. I don't know why I'm doing this, like they got an Apple Watch or something. He ain't got no type of Apple Watch. Okay, he over here just called somebody out, and I saw like these other like African black people start coming out, but they're all men, right? So I'm in the street and blah blah blah. And anyways, because I didn't want to go to the hotel, long story short, the guy, my ex-friend, got mad at me and left me in the middle of Shibuya. Now the problem with this is that you have to remember, I'm like tipsy, I'm super young, it was my first time there, and I didn't know where I was at necessarily. Like I didn't know how exactly to get to the train station by myself. And like now I do. Like if I were to go now, I would be able to just find my way back, but back then, like that was not happening. He leaves me where I was at, just goodbye, just leaves. I'm lost essentially and intoxicated. And so I walk over to the bouncer and I was like, "Eigo hanasemasu ka?" Like, you speak English or whatever? He was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, thank you." So I'm telling him how I was trying to get away from this. I just came with a random guy, right? And all of a sudden, all the black guys were like talking to me. And they were just like, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna make you my African queen. You be my African queen forever. Let's get married," right? And I'm like, yo, what? No. I'll talk to you later. So anyways, I tried to leave. They ended up every single one of them ended up giving me like $10 each. So I was like, okay. I didn't do nothing for it. Promise. Didn't do nothing for it, but they all gave me like $10. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you. They were like, get home safely, get home safely. I'm like, wow, like, thank you. You're so nice. And like I said, because I was still intoxicated, there was an old Japanese woman who was walking like by, and I said, "Eki wa doko desu ka? Shibuya eki wa doko desu ka?" Right? And she was just like, "Masugu ni itte, de sono KFC no kado ni tsuita ra hidari ni iku to, eki ga nanka naru," like, you know what I mean? Like, she was just, you know, I can't remember what she said, but she was like, okay, go straight, go left, and then, you know, on your right or whatever, you gonna see the station. But then she realized that I was a little intoxicated, so the old lady politely walked me all the way to the station, which I thought was so nice of her. Thank you. I still be like, girl, yes, right? Thank you so much. Like, that was Jesus trying to help your girl out, okay? And she walked me all the way to the station. I ended up sobering up on the train ride home, and I got to the house and I was like, oh, I'm so tired. All this happened, and him leaving me in the middle of Shibuya, Shinjuku, whichever one I was in, by myself. Tell me why he tried to hit me up later on, talking about, oh yeah, can we hang out again? Like, no. Like, you can't be expecting you to be able to disrespect people, and then we just gonna keep on talking. Like, this isn't how it works. This isn't how it works. Friends with benefits, dating, like, I don't care what type of, if you have a relationship with somebody, you can't just disrespect them and then expect them to just be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna be back in your life. Like, so I don't know what he was thinking, but whatever he thought, whatever he thunk was wrong. So I had to put him in his place, and yeah, he got blocked. But yeah, that concludes today's story time. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you have any comments, anything you need to say, make sure you write it in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you were thinking. And I'll see you later. Okay, peace out, subscribe, all that fun stuff.